Hello, I'm Olivia and I'm a gender affirming voice teacher. And today I'm going to talk about vocal health. Vocal health is so important whether you're working on vocal modification, whether you're a professional voice user like a singer or an actor, TV newscaster. It's so important to tune into what our voices need because it's very easy to overdo things or not take care of your voice and really derail your progress. So today I'm going to share some things that I do to take care of my voice every day. So I might not do every one of these things every day, but these are things that I have in my tool bag that I can use whenever I need to. Number one is hydration. By keeping your voice hydrated, you're making sure that those vocal folds are able to easily vibrate together. When they are not hydrated, a thick mucus develops and then it makes it harder for those vocal folds to start vibrating. So when I say hydration, I mean drinking water all throughout the day. The best thing for your voice is lukewarm water or room temperature water. I also like to drink herbal teas, so things like chamomile or ginger. Black teas and green teas, these all have caffeine typically, and caffeine is something that will dry your voice out. It's a diuretic. Same with alcohol. So if you're drinking alcohol, caffeine, it's important to kind of counteract that with more water. It's also important to note that it takes several hours for your vocal cords to actually feel the benefits of systemic hydration. So just taking a sip of water, you're not actually hydrating your voice by that one sip of water. It's got to go through your system and hydrate those vocal folds. One way you can get direct hydration to your vocal folds is by steaming your voice. So I have like a little handheld steamer that I'll use, and you could also just like put a pot of boiling water on the stove and put a towel over your head and breathe in that steam, take a hot shower. Those are all ways to steam your voice. So that way your voice is actually getting direct hydration because you're breathing in that steam. You can try starting your morning by drinking a glass of water. This will kind of set the tone for the rest of the day that, okay, I'm hydrating, I'm starting now. I keep a big bottle of water with me all day as I'm teaching, as I'm doing whatever I'm doing, to make sure that I see, I've only had that much water today, I better keep drinking my water. I'd also recommend using a humidifier. I live in Chicago, so it gets pretty dry in the winter time, so keeping a humidifier and keeping more moisture in the air is really good for your voice as well. Number two is stretching. Our vocal folds live inside of the larynx, which is a cartilage structure right here in your throat. You can feel it if you put your hand here and just say something, you'll feel the vibrations of your vocal folds. So your larynx is able to move up higher and move down lower. And there's a lot of muscles all around this area. So muscles that there's actually a muscle attached to your shoulder. There's all these muscles in your neck that are right around the voice that can really cause problems if you have too much tension. So stretching is a great habit to get into. Stretching, giving yourself a little massage, making sure you're loosened up in your shoulders, making sure you're loosened up in your neck. And that can be really, really helpful toward having a healthy voice. Number three is kind of a combo of posture and breath. So a lot of us just sit like this at our computers all day, or we're like looking at our phones. This is the world we live in. This is what we're doing. So it's really important to remember, I need to do it right now. Roll my shoulders back and open up. Be able to sit up tall. Because if you think about what you're doing when you're breathing, your ribs need to be able to move. Your belly needs to be able to move. So checking in with your posture throughout the day is really important. And you could do some like a ragdoll roll up, which is really helpful for kind of aligning your posture. And then doing some low breath, some belly breathing. So basically breathing down into your belly rather than feeling a shift in your shoulders when you breathe. So When I breathe in and out, I don't feel any motion there because I'm breathing down low. So doing any kind of posture or breath exercises are both great. Number 4 is exercise. So our voices are literally a part of us, literally a part of our body. So the more that we can really take care of our whole body, the better our voices are going to feel. So for me, I run a little anxious. I'm a little bit of an anxious person. So doing some regular exercise is really good to bring my stress levels down. And that's going to help with my voice, because then I'm not going to be breathing shallowly or bringing my shoulders up. Obviously, you can think about stretching and posture separately, but I just find that the exercise for me feels so great, and I know it helps me towards having a healthier voice overall. I don't do anything super crazy. I like to go for walks. I like to do Pilates. I like to do strength training exercises, different videos, all just on YouTube. So I do everything at home. And I just try to get a little bit of exercise every day, no matter, what it is, whatever I'm in the mood for. So that could be a way to kind of motivate yourself. Well, maybe you're feeling a little unmotivated. Maybe you just do 20 minutes of yoga, but something to kind of connect with your body and settle yourself just a little bit. Another thing I love to do to just kind of come into my body and relax is meditation. Sometimes it's really hard to meditate. Sometimes I can't focus enough. My mind is racing. I'm thinking about a million different things. So it's really challenging. And other times I feel really grounded and good. But even in those times when I meditate, where it's like only 1 minute out of the 10 minutes that I tried to meditate, did I feel really connected to my body? That's 1 minute more than I would have done without meditating. So I think it's always worthwhile, even if your mind is racing a lot, to again just come into your body, connect with your body, and relax. Number 7 is eating healthy. So whatever that means for you, that's great. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not anything like that. But my personal journey with my voice is that I have acid reflux. So for me, avoiding things like garlic is big for me. Raw onions, things like that, really acidic foods. So eating healthy in a way that I avoid some of those things as well. Obviously, garlic is not bad for you. But tuning into what foods make you feel good and don't affect your voice in a negative way. Some people find that dairy will make them feel phlegmy or not feel good in their voice. So just pay attention to what foods make you feel good, and can you feel comfortable singing or speaking afterwards, or what foods don't make you feel great. Number 7, vocal warm-ups. We know them, we love them. It's so important to work your voice out in the same way that we exercise our body overall, hit the gym, go for a walk. We got to do the same thing for the voice. And it's not always the same thing as just talking all day. Doing a specific kind of gentle warm-up to ease into speaking. My personal favorite is the tongue raspberry. I literally start every practice session with a tongue raspberry to ease my voice into my practice session. So the tongue raspberry sounds like this. So I do that literally every time. So, we've all heard the idea of you wouldn't just run out the door and run a marathon. You'd fall over on the curb. So it's the same thing with the voice. We have to think about the strength and endurance. And finally, number 8 is being conscious of how you're using your voice and where you're using your voice. So paying attention to your voice in a loud restaurant where you have to project over a lot of background noise. Maybe that's a situation where you say, I can't do it, or you just come really close to somebody when you're talking to them. It's really important to be aware of what your external environment is doing for how you're using your voice. And then paying attention to, again, how does your voice feel the next day? Does your voice feel tired? So think about how your environment is affecting how you're using your voice. So I hope this video was helpful, kind of thinking of some ways to take care of your voice. Put these tools in your back pocket. Like I said, I don't do every single one of these things every day, but I know that I know how to take care of my voice, and I make certain things a priority every day. Let me know how this is going for you down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.